We've seen plenty of adult bears so far on this trip, all busy eating, or at least thinking about it. They're making the most of everything on offer during the short summer. This puts on loads of weight very fast, a built-in battery pack which allows them to hibernate for 6 months through the freezing winter. Bears can stuff down huge quantities of rich fatty food without suffering from heart disease. And that's got doctors really rather interested. They're now beginning to look into it. What I'm looking out for now are some signs at least of this year's cubs.
I didn't expect to actually see this, but the cockle digging that we were talking about is going on right behind us. We've got a mother and 2 of this year's cubs doing just that. I'm trying to watch out how she's doing it, but she seems to be flicking very small bivalve models, small cockles and things out of the sand, just crunching them up. If they were bigger ones, like the really large specimens, they'd probably be able to get their claws between the 2 shells and prise them apart. But with smaller items, that'd just be, well, impossible. So they're probably just crunching them up like you would imagine eating a hazelnut. Crunch the whole lot up and spit out the bit you don't want, the shell, and keep the kernel in your mouth, which is calls for quite a lot of lip dexterity.
With all this time checking out bears, I can't help but indulge myself in a little diversion. I'm a self-confessed bird nerd, and this part of Alaska is home to one of my favourites, puffins. Tufted puffins, to be precise. Bunk sent me to an island 2 miles offshore to check them out, and to find the bears get everywhere.
Well, this is what it's all about. This is a young tufted puffin. Doesn't look like a puffin, hasn't got its adult colours yet. But puffins nest in burrows.
It seemed one intrepid bear sniffed out the puffin colony from the mainland, swam out here and proceeded to dig out the youngsters from their underground nests. After he'd worked his way through the colony, he returned to the mainland. Bears 1, puffins 0.
Now, this story is amazing because it basically illustrates a number of bear talents. For a start, the bear could smell the birds from 2 miles away. Then it swam 2 miles across the ocean to get here. And then once it was here, it was using its hardware, its claws and its feet, to pull puffins out of their turf nests and those that are in easy to get to rock crevices, such as this one. And this is the remains of one such nest that's been dragged out by a bear. This is basically puffin down, that's the lining of the nest. And if I look around a bit, I can actually find it as the remains of the occupant, one puffin bone.
And here's one lucky puffin that got away. Bears 0, puffins 1. Anyway, back to bears. 2 adult bears to be precise. Now, this looks like playtime, but that's really unusual for these usually solitary creatures. But they certainly seem to be enjoying themselves.
I like moments like this because what you're seeing there we cannot explain. It's basically bears being social, which they do from time to time. Now, what's quite unusual is the fact that this is the sort of behaviour they expect either from siblings or from mother and cub, or a breeding male and female. Unfortunately, they're neither. It's 2 males, possibly unrelated.
And here comes a very big solitary male. Now, this could spell trouble for smaller bears. Large males won't tolerate competition for food or mates, and 800 pounds of muscle, tooth and claw is a formidable opponent. But at the moment, there's plenty of food. Life is good.